Good evening, everybody. I got something different to start out with here. This is Bill Bostic with Linglestown Gazette back at you after a week off because of Memorial Day. Let me see if I can find this element I want to introduce. Here we go.
It's time for Linglestown Gazette Live. Grab your favorite beverage. Kick back, let's roll. Get up to speed on all things local. Keep it close, keep it right. Hear the news come alive tonight. One more turn, one more sign. We're on your side. It's time for the show. It's time for the show. Linglestown Gazette Live. Let's go. It's time for the show. It's time for the show. Linglestown Gazette Live. Let's go. Let's go.
That was some way of starting a show. Oh my gosh. Rocking out here at the news shed, home base of Linglestown Gazette Live. Get that out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. So welcome again to Linglestown Gazette Live as it pops back on. There we go. Have a new setup, as you can see. I've actually done some cleaning up. I have to blame my wife for that because she had a yard sale over the weekend, and that inspired me to start getting some of the crap out of the news shed. So you're a little less visual pollution here in the studio tonight. Of course, we're sponsored as always, and actually we're broadcasting from a newly, it's not the news shed anymore. It's actually the Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living studio. Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living, they're located at 621 North Mountain Road. They've been our title sponsor throughout 2026 and will continue to be. They were founded by Jason Myers, a dedicated police officer, actually, but he had a lifelong passion for landscaping and a few years ago formed Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living and has turned it into an award-winning company specializing in exceptional outdoor environments. And we'll be taking a look at some of his recent projects in just a few minutes. I do want to put up here right from the start, so there's no question, we're looking for people to participate in the show. This is going to be the address. You want to put in a tab. To open up a new tab, you put in tinyurl.com/Gazette guest and go through some instructions. It's very simple. Just follow the online prompts and I'll see you and bring you online if you have a comment about Central Dauphin School District. You had some breaking news from them, or Lower Paxton Township, or whatever. Anthony and I will be taking those calls, and we'll put that up here in a few minutes. Let's see what else. Well, I think we'll just do that in icebreaker. Well, I'm going to bring in my co-host and have a special introduction for him as well. We did a lot of work here. I had my staff working on this stuff. You know, Anthony is a weekly or almost weekly commenter on at the township meetings, and he's been dubbed, along with a few other people, John Packer, other people have been dubbed outlaw public commenters. So here we're bringing in Anthony Cristillo is his intro clip.
Outlaw public commenters. Outlaw public commenters. Outlaw public commenters.
How you like that, Anthony?
That's something.
Like it is.
That is something. Hey, whatever you're, every time you're moving something, you're making.
Oh, okay. I'll try and not keep my hands off my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. You're gonna end up with a promotion to a stage manager soon.
Oh wow! Thank you. That's some introduction you gave me.
Yeah, I thought you deserved some special musical introduction.
Outlaw public commenter.
Yeah.
We have another surprise coming with that.
Yeah. Should I say it, or is it going to be a surprise?
Nah, it's a surprise.
Okay. Won't get into that. All right. So we'll start out with our icebreaker, Anthony. I have a number of things, but let's put you out there first to get things rolling. What do you want to talk about? Hopefully something not too serious. Anything to add to the mix here?
No, what are you drinking? Beer?
It's seltzer water, polar seltzer
Polar.
water.
That's my favorite. That is my favorite.
And then I have a coffee chaser.
Okay. Icebreaker. What do you want to? Do you have a couple pictures I sent you? Is that an
You want to take
icebreaker?
a look at those?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me get down.
So while the supervisors, a couple of them, not all of them, let's say 4 of them, not Robin Lindsay. How's that? That's fair, right?
That narrows it down a little bit.
Okay, so everyone except for Robin Lindsay has spent the past 3 weeks on a resolution for public comment.
Yeah.
While I want everyone to see, and I'll tell a little story after this, but this is the old friendlies off of Jonestown Road. That's one picture.
You want to see another one here?
Yeah, just flash them all up. Did you get the one with the dumpster? All right.
Dumpster diving.
Okay. Now I emailed all the supervisors and the manager this morning because this has been like this now for months, since the diner closed down. And, next door's a Zimmerman Funeral Home. They keep their property nice, properties up and down. But, this thing's a disaster. Right away, Robin responded and got back to me and said, and copied everybody on the email and said, for Mike to make sure he reaches out to Nick. And Mike got right back to me then after Robin had emailed and said that they're working on it. And I guess, they were reaching out. But Robin and Mike both responded. None of the other supervisors responded to the email, but Robin was right on it. And I mean, this is just the reason why I bring this up. I think this is a little bit more important than a resolution for public comment. Where, by the way, if you look at the meeting agenda for tomorrow night, it's pretty much the same resolution as was in place 3 weeks prior. So we're really going back to the same public comment.
Yeah.
Nothing's really changing.
No, the new one, if you look at the agenda, the general public comment back at the beginning of the meeting, which everyone wanted, there was some discussion at the last meeting about reducing the general public comment down to 3 minutes. Well, that's back to 5.
Yeah.
So
really
we're right back where we
changed.
started. Right back where we started.
So we wasted tomorrow night will be the 3rd meeting that we're talking about public comment. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And my last icebreaker would be that last Tuesday I went to the authority meeting.
Yeah.
And because that was last Tuesday, right? Because Monday was Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yeah, last Tuesday.
Okay,
Yeah.
last Monday was Memorial Day, so
Right,
you
that
didn't
was
have
Tuesday.
a show. So Tuesday night, I went to the authority meeting. Chairman Blaine, I asked the question because I've been told by John Campbell that he's not going to answer my questions as it relates to the stormwater fees that are due by the Harrisburg Police Athletic League and its CEO, Charles Stewart. And went to the authority meeting and found out what we knew the answer to anyway, but it was put on the record that it is in fact in collections.
Right.
The stormwater fees of $4,300 plus. I asked if any payments have been made with the payment arrangement that the HPAL was given. What was that? Last August, right? 48 months payback, $100 a month.
Sometime in 2024.
Oh, 24. Okay. And no payments have been made. And so it is in collection. And, I had said during the authority meeting, and a couple people misunderstood what I said.
Yeah.
So let me just straighten it out. If it goes to a lien, there's a way to buy municipal liens. It's done every day in real estate deals. And I said, if there is a lien, I was offering to purchase that lien.
Hey,
So that it
Anthony,
makes the
how
authority
would
whole.
you make that link? Because those kinds of deals are sort of struck in smoky rooms. You don't smoke cigars anymore. So how would you
No,
do that?
no, it would be in a very clear room. I prefer it to be around 7 o'clock a.m. at the coffee shop.
There you go.
And then, so a couple people misunderstood. They thought that I was going to give them the money. They thought that I was offering to buy the business. I'm not
Yeah,
offering that at all. I'm
right.
offering to make the authority whole. And, if there is a lien put on the property. And,
Anthony, there is a lien because that was discussed in whenever Charles Stewart started coming into the meetings early 2025. One of the reasons he came to talk to the supervisors because he got a letter that a lien was placed on his
oh,
property. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right. Well, you were at the meeting last Tuesday. I posed
yeah.
that question to the solicitor, and the solicitor actually was very nice and answered the question and said that they were looking in more detail of the next steps for them, and that if I'm able to purchase that lien, and what that means is then I become the lien holder.
Right.
And I can, he would owe me the money, or I could foreclose on the property, and then I would get the property. He could still run his nonprofit and do everything he does and whatever. I'm not looking to
Well,
get him
he
out
could
of there.
also he could pay you back for the lien too.
Yeah, you could just pay me back. I
Right.
become, in essence, the lien holder.
Right.
So that's what I offered to do. A couple people texted me that night and said, "Did you say you were going to give them the?" I said, "No, I did not say that." So that straightens that out. Not looking to uh, put anybody on the street. Not looking to close that nonprofit down. So
Yeah, what the authority has to do is to make sure that they treat Dr. Stewart's organization, Harrisburg Area Police Athletic League, in the same way they would do any other organization.
let me just say this one more time. The only way, or the only reason why it's been an issue with me, and that I bring it up and have brought it up and finally got the answers that we knew were there, is that he's an elected official. He's a supervisor. Just as if you go back to the 90s when Norm Hoffer was a supervisor and had his tax issues. It was brought up, he was hammered on it, and he was then elected or voted out when he ran. Did he run for
Yeah.
re-election or something? And Jay Purdy had
Jay Purdy,
won.
yeah.
So it's the same thing. I don't care what party you're affiliated with or what you do or whatever. I just think that it's a bad look. And
Well,
it's not personal.
Truth be told, you went to the state ethics board as well, and they have an open file on this thing.
Yeah, they do. And so, it's nothing personal. I mean, it's politics, man. It's just, unfortunately, you put yourself out there. And like a friend of mine said, you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens on that count moving forward. And anything else, Anthony? I have a couple of things I want to run by you before we get into the heart of the show.
The one last thing was,
Sure.
I'd asked about, codes officers in the township, and you did a little research on this. And, we have one, maybe somebody also trades off and helps out with that. So we could say maybe 1.5, right? I mean, that's what Mike said, that sometimes people do a couple duties. Susquehanna Township has anywhere from 4 to 6. Harrisburg City.
Didn't I come back to you and they said they had 2? Well, it was 2 it said 2 on the internet for Susquehanna.
2, yeah. I thought they said 4 then, but
No, it was 2.
Harrisburg City
has a bunch.
10, but so all I'm saying is with a township, our size, it just seems to me that, especially with this AI agenda this AI thing on the agenda for tomorrow night, and that's at $16,000 a year. Can't that money be used for something a little bit better for this township?
Yeah. No, I would agree with you on that, but we'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
So you go ahead. That's all I had.
Yeah, so we're talking. I had one other thing to mention about what you were just saying, and I forget what it is. The things I have are a little bit more Gazette oriented. I was approached by a notable Lower Paxton Township citizen, former supervisor Bill Seeds.
Yeah.
And Bill's a little concerned about the township, its leadership, and all that kind of thing. And he wants to get together a group of people to fully vet supervisor candidates moving forward. Now, for the quite a few election cycles now, we've had the Linglestown Area Civic Association have a candidates night.
Yeah.
But there's no back and forth with the candidates. They give a 5-minute speech and that's it. And you can interact with them, but they never get quizzed publicly in terms of what their plan is, their background, why they're running, all that kind of thing. So we're right at the very beginning. And what I suggested we do is with Linglestown Gazette, do what a lot of news organizations do is form an editorial board.
Yeah.
And we would seek out the candidates to come before the board and we would quiz them and report on our findings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not unusual. That's pretty much typical. And it's something, again, with the size of our township, we need to have more information about our candidates.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Ronald Snyder commented, he said, leaders lead by example. He's right. He's absolutely right.
Yeah. And the other thing, again, we want to put that up here. Anyone wants to join the show, ask questions. Here is let me get a URL to put in. If I can get it up here. There we go.
tinyurl.com/Gazette Guest.
Gazette Guest. Yeah, just put that in a new tab. You'll still be able to hear the show and you can come and participate with us. And the last thing is, I've been doing a lot of thinking, especially over the weekend, about this newsletter. I did put out one edition. I'm struggling to get the second one out. I have enough information, but I met some people at the yard sale that my wife held. And, you know, these are older people, Anthony. They don't have Facebook. And we're so focused on Facebook now. And even if we get we're going to be getting a website, hopefully by the end of this month, it's still not going to help people that are not online.
Right.
So I would really, I'm looking at streamlined and low cost ways of printing a limited number of newsletters. It'd probably be black and white, 1 page, 2 sides. And we'd find various places that would be willing to work with us and put out.
I think, similar to what the Harrisburg Magazine or the Berg or whatever you just put them at a couple establishments within the township. Hey, I didn't know this. Did you read this? Kirby Lentz he said, why don't you talk about the break-ins to cars and homes last night and this morning?
I just heard sketchy stuff.
I didn't hear anything about that. West end of Linglestown and out around Colonial Club.
I'll make a note of that here. Thanks, Kirby.
I didn't. Yeah.
I did.
What happened
there was
there?
some scuttlebutt on Facebook about that.
So homes were broken into last night?
Homes are. What I saw was more cars. What west end of Linglestown and what?
He said cars and homes last night and this morning happened west end of Linglestown out around Colonial Club Drive.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a horrendous accident apparently at the old firehouse. Someone rear-ended someone at high speed, and there apparently were injuries that blocked up some highways and people trying to get in here over the weekend at some point.
So I think your newsletter is a great idea, and you find out what that would be to just have a 1 page or a 2 page.
Yeah, I would need to get a sponsor, someone that would be a named sponsor for it, and I think it'd be a great opportunity. Yeah,
I think you find out what that would cost to do it. What, quarterly, or would you want to do
well,
it?
I would like to do it at least once a month or more if I can swing it.
Find out what that costs.
All right, I'll do that. Let's see if I can. I think I was going to move into our business spotlight.
Like fish wrapper,
Anthony,
my wife
there you go.
said.
Your sort of went away, but it looks like my sidebar that I used to get that stuff has gone away. So
That's where I have it here.
I'll tell you what it is, and we'll get into it next week. What's that?
I'm
we're
reading
going to
the
spotlight
sidebar.
LHM. Oh, okay. If you go down to videos, can you scroll down to videos?
All right. Videos. Yeah, I don't see that, but
Okay, we just go. We'll get away from that.
Yeah.
I was going to
So
highlight LHM Physical Therapy Institute. They're located on over in the Forest Hills Commons. Is one place, and they have another place across from Arby's on Union Deposit Road. Um, and the place is actually the profits from this place go towards some ministries, including a homeless type program, a housing program in the city of Harrisburg. So we'll have more details next week. I had a video interview with them. We'll introduce it here next week, and then we'll put out some reels to give people more information. Now, on the physical therapy side, they do some different things. Have you ever heard of needling, like a needle?
yeah.
Yeah, they do that. And they do some other things that you may not find at all physical therapy places. So that
Eric Kessler's commenting here, and he's
okay.
right. And this is I was actually going to bring this up, and I forgot about it. But he said about having like a town hall, and
Okay.
with two supervisors, because that doesn't violate any sunshine
Right.
law. And just informal discussions. And he's right. It doesn't need to get nasty. Just talk about brainstorming and ideas on how to keep the township going in the right direction. And
That'd be a
I
great
know
idea.
Laura wanted to do that. I know she had spoke about doing that, but
And that's actually something the supervisors could do too, but they don't seem to be moving in that direction.
No, I wish
All right.
two of them would do it.
Okay, that does our business spotlight. Well, I have to figure out why this thing gets locked up. It's not very good, and we have no one who's joined us yet, Anthony, on the to be our guest online here. So, high school sports. I was just my granddaughter and I made a trip out to Central Dauphin High School in their athletic complex. The Central Dauphin Rams softball team was in action, first round for the PIAA Class 6A. Class 6A is the big school division. First round, and they took on it was a team out of Montgomery County, New Penn.
Oh yeah. That's who the football team beat back in 2011 for the state title.
All right. Well, we got their number because the Rams took out the I forget what their. I had it, but I might have it here.
Polar Bears?
No, they're the Knights. We took out the Knights 3-1 tonight out at Central Dauphin High School.
So the softball, the girls won the state title? Is that
No,
right?
they won the Mid-Penn title.
Oh, okay.
They won District 3. Now they're in the state tournament, so they can't lose. It's one, and this is the first round. They took on what's called a District 1 team out of the Philly area, number 6 team. Central Dauphin's the top seed in District 3, and we beat them 3-1. So they move on to the next round.
I got you.
So there was a big crowd out there. I saw Coach Ford Chapman and other people out there, and my granddaughter had a wonderful time running up and down the hill between the softball field and the baseball field. So
North Penn from Lansdale is what
Lansdale. Okay, yeah.
Joe said. Hey, you said New Penn, North Penn.
North Penn.
What was I just gonna say? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought.
We need some medication to get our brains going here tonight.
I'm trying to read. Jeff Clare said you need 5 new supervisors. Well, at least 4 of them.
I got some. Let's see what else do we have here before.
Carol said, I agree. I'm afraid that my asking questions is creating animosity with certain supervisors. I have a weird situation right now, and I'm not sure how to ask it regarding.
Who is that?
Carol.
Oh, Carol. Okay. We do have I want to acknowledge some of our other sponsors and then also show a poll or two here. We have a brand new sponsor officially signed up today.
Hey,
Angie Miller. Angie Miller, Remax Premier Services. She's on Linglestown Road, not far away from Patton Road.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
I'm reading what Donnie said. He said needling is how Anthony tenderizes. The Brajol. I
you
had
just
some good Brajol in Philly, Donnie. Oh my God, was it good?
don't you take your meat out to the backyard and put it on the table and just smack the heck out of it? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, yeah. I eat it in the grass. I'm glad Angie signed up.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna do.
awesome.
I have some video that we can do some reels, and we'll work with her on various things. She has
She's
a lot of
awesome.
ideas. It's just a matter of tying her down, get some of them done. So she's all set and ready to go. We're still. I'm gonna have to do something to help Sharon Stump out. State Farm on North Mountain Road in Linglestown, and we're still looking to get some. See, these Angie and State Farm, and another one we'll mention here in a second. They're business partners with Linglestown Gazette, which means they're in a position to contribute information, educational type stuff, whatever they want to do. They have a chance to do that. And
Hey,
Angie,
Sharon's got a heck of a business over there. I got some
yeah,
life insurance through them, and then also some stuff for my granddaughters. And I got to add. Did I tell you I have a new grandson?
yeah, congratulations. First
Yeah.
son, grandson.
Our son and daughter-in-law had a little boy. So yeah.
But as far as State Farm, I did go over and meet with them, and this is the kind of service you're going to get. One of her staff members took over a half an hour reviewing everything, right? And it
Right.
came down that she said what I had was just fine. There's no need to change, Bill. So I mean, if they're not going to push stuff on you if you don't need it. That's the
No,
big thing.
no, they're not there just to sell you something. They're
And
good
we're
people.
also one of our partners. Now you do see information from them. I can't get their logo at the moment. Panacea Healing Arts. All
Yep.
right, they're at 701 North Mountain Road, next to Turkey Hill. They have massage therapy and various things that sort of non-traditional medicine that can help a lot of people. And I know we talked about needling. When I got my last massage from Kelsey, the massage therapist there, she
You're a
did
pampered person.
she
You're
does
very pampered.
she did cupping. You ever hear of cupping?
Yeah, I did hear that. It
Yeah,
leaves marks on you.
it does leave marks. It's like you take a clothespin on your back and it
So are you just you saying that because maybe you got beat up at home and you don't
no,
want to admit to it? Or
no, I have good defensive skills. So I mean I can
yeah.
handle myself, right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. I think
uh, so those are our partners. And when we take a look at the pools and different things, Anthony, here's the pool I picked out. Actually, let's start with landscaping. This is with Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living. So
I
if
need Jason, if you're watching, could you please come over and look at my wall? I need
yeah,
a
do
new
you have a
wall.
wall in front of your house, right?
Yeah, I need a new one.
Okay. You have that, and then
Oh, look at that. That's a nice simple pool. Look at that.
yeah, but it's simple. But look how it's outfitted with a
It's
diving board,
nice.
a
It's
pavilion, a
beautiful.
little covering over there, and seats. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can take the simple and make it into something really
No
great.
reason to leave home.
And there's one other picture I have here. Is this it? Yeah,
That's
this is
nice.
landscaping. Look at that backyard. The thing I like about that, Anthony, no mowing. No mowing,
Yeah.
man.
Is that your backyard?
Not no, my backyard has a trampoline in it, which I don't jump on, by the way.
Yeah, I hope not.
I have more pool news for you. And then this is Coon's pool. This is what
Yeah,
the diving pool looks like.
can we talk about this a second?
Yeah,
All right, so Coon's Pool, the property, Coon's
right.
Pool, is owned by the township, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
All right. So, and the pool is a nonprofit that just has members, and they lease that property from Lower Paxton. Is that how that works?
There's some sort of agreement. I don't think there's any money exchanged, but the
Okay.
township definitely does not operate
You're right.
Coon's Pool.
So that pool needs $600,000 plus in repairs. And I think once you start getting into it, it may be more. And Jason Myers offered to pretty much do it at less than cost. I mean, I forget what the number is now, but I think it was like 400 or 500,000. I mean, it was like, it should have been closer to 7 or 8, I think. I'm just going off memory. But anyway,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at, the pool industry's, as far as pool memberships, it's dying. It's just dying a slow death, unfortunately. And I just think that out at Coons Pool, they just, I know there's a lot of history there and a lot of people involved, and they remember going there as kids or whatever it may be, a lot of memories. But I think it just needs to be plowed over and made a parking lot, because that's what Coons Park needs, is more parking.
Yeah, well, do you have any idea what they're doing here? I haven't got in touch with Forest Healy. They have it covered. This is just a diving pool.
I saw online that someone was complaining about the water and it not being covered, and mosquitoes and frogs and all this stuff. And he had commented saying, we're planning on covering it. So I think that's what that's all about. But, I don't know that they even started to fundraise. I mean, when you're trying to raise that kind of money, that's a professional outfit that needs to do that, and that's going to cost you 10% or more to do that. So, I don't know.
I'm going to add.
That's just my opinion. That's me. I don't know that you're ever going to raise that money to get that thing opened again, unfortunately.
We'll try and get some answers. I'm just curious why that is. They did mow the grass, which was they were getting complaints about that as well.
So so the township doesn't even mow the grass at the pool though, right? Even though
they're not responsible for anything.
Okay. They just own the ground and lease it.
Right.
Yeah, I just think it should be a parking lot. I mean, you need parking out there with all the ball fields and everything and all the renovations they've done. You're going to have more people going to that park.
Yeah, and the other issue when I get in touch with Forrest is just see if we can get a rundown of how the $200,000 state grant was used, and if they have any balance left and all that. That's state money that came in, so they need to account for that.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think they've gotten a decent amount of grant money. When the old president was there, he was able to raise a decent amount of money out of the gaming grants and other things. So, and Jeff Clare says he's never seen any marketing strategy for the pool, and I never saw that either.
Yeah. We'll try and track down that information. I wrote it down. That's the first step to getting information.
But we joined back up with Penn Colonial yesterday.
Yeah.
And I asked them, how membership looks for the year. Kid that signed us up didn't have any idea, but it's never busy out there. We went last year. We used to go when the kids were little, and then just for years didn't go. And then last year we signed back up, and it was never just busy out there.
Was the pool in good shape?
Pool's in good shape, and they're opening up the baby pool this year. That's what they said. My wife will take the granddaughters over there this year a couple times. But our brother-in-law and sister-in-law have a pool, so they usually go to their house. But, I like going to Penn Colonial. I like it out there.
Yeah, you've said that a bunch. So it's about, I guess they're open now, right? Yeah.
They're open this weekend.
Okay.
And then after this weekend, they're open every day until Labor Day.
All right. Well, Anthony, we have two things yet to go over tonight. We're going to move into our new news segment.
Okay, new news.
And we'll put a plug in for your clean fill dump, Riverview Clean Fill. Anthony runs that, and he's also a major sponsor of Linglestown Gazette Live and the Gazette. So thank you, Anthony.
Thanks for putting that up. Yeah, we've been busy. We got crushed concrete stone up there available if you need to, do some work around the house, concrete work. It's a good base material, driveway. And if you need a place to get rid of brush, yard waste. I mean, we have all the big contractors coming to us, but we've been getting a lot of homeowners coming up lately.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, let's talk about tomorrow night's Lower Paxton Township Board of Supervisors powwow meeting, whatever you want to call it. And you mentioned it earlier. For all those who missed the beginning of the show, all you outlaw public commenters, you get a chance to do general public comment at the beginning of the meeting. And John Packer, by the way, was correct. that
I
the
know.
current policy says beginning of the meeting, but there is a second line that is what the solicitor was talking about, saying that if they rearrange the meeting, it sort of gave them license to do that,
Yeah.
but it's sort of
The
breaking
lawyer,
along.
the
Yeah, go
lawyer's a
ahead.
very nice guy. I talked to him in pretty in detail afterwards. Not anything related to the township. We were talking about uh, clothes stuff, custom clothing.
Custom clothing. Yeah.
So he's a super nice guy, and he's a lawyer. Of course, he's gonna say there's another angle to that. Okay, but John was right. John was
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Um, but when you look at the policy, it just changed minor. The minor change was there was question whether it would be 3 minutes or 5 minute public comment at the beginning. It's back to 5 minutes. And then, of course,
Oh my
Anthony,
God.
this is the one you've been nagging about. It's not a question and answer period. So it's
I
for you
know.
to make comments about whatever the
I'm
issue is.
sometimes my
And
comments come out as questions.
and you also sometimes get frustrated with the level of service you're getting from the board. You make mention of that.
Well,
But you're
okay,
supposed to direct all these comments, Anthony, to the chairman, not to any individual member. The chairman.
I
That's
know
who's
it's not a roast. I get it. It's not a roast. Well, I
so.
I want everybody to watch the meeting tomorrow night and just see the enthusiasm of certain members of the board.
Yeah,
Just
it'll
observe that
it'll
for me, please,
it'll
would you?
blow you away. Now, I may have to go around with coffee service to get people awake, but beyond
Pamela's phone was ringing last week.
that,
I mean,
she has happy feet. She likes to get up and walk around.
she likes to get up and walk around when I'm speaking. I'm not going to take offense to that, but she's looking in her purse for something. I don't know if there's a mouse in that purse or what's going on, but I
Well,
mean, it's
in other news, tomorrow night they're going to be talking about a proposed project to redo Possibility Place.
oh yeah,
I think I had a picture of it. I may not be able to get to it. Let's see. Here it is. This is
they talked about it
Possibility
the other
Place.
week.
It's in George Park. This is back when it was a new shape. This is a new
Yeah,
possibility. That's worn out now. Um, but the proposal is it's a $2.2 million project.
right,
And it's one of the things we'll discuss tomorrow night. The township's applying for a $250,000 state grant. So
right.
that would take care of part of it. I don't know where the rest of the money is coming from. So that's something, Anthony, you could ask or someone can ask about during public comment for this particular agenda item. How are
I
you going
thought,
to finance this?
yeah, I thought they spoke about this a few weeks ago. She said
Okay.
it was on the agenda to, that was down the line, and they had mentioned where that money was coming from, or part of it anyway.
Yeah, they need to re-mention that.
Ronald Snyder said, "When do each supervisor's term end?" Well, the
Well,
first two to
we
come
know
up,
two of them, Ronald. One of Dr. Stewart at the end of 2027 and John
Campbell.
Campbell end of 2027.
Yeah, they're right now they're on 2-year terms, so they
Right.
come up. They're the first two to come up, and the other ones are 4 years. I don't know when Pamela's up.
It varies.
6. Yeah,
Things got
very.
all screwed up last year when people started resigning left and right. Now, Anthony, this next item that they're going to talk about is the one you mentioned earlier, because you're a big AI user, right? Artificial intelligence.
Not at all. And Jeff Clare says CDBG grant money for that part.
Oh, it's going to cover all that. That's a lot of grant
Well, I
money.
don't know. That's what he said.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because it's designed for kids who are disabled, have
Yeah.
mobility issues and all that.
So
Um,
talk about this AI thing that they're talking about.
yeah, I think what happened, to give the whole story, I got a little tidbit listening to the meeting. Our manager, Michael Gossert, went to a conference. I think he might have been the Township Supervisors Conference for all of Pennsylvania. And of course, when you go to conferences, there's vendors there. And there was one vendor tied to a company called REPT, REP as in Paul, apostrophe D. And it's REPT AI powered communication platform. So he must have talked to the representative for that company and got information about how to improve and streamline some communications between the township and we, the people out here in our homes who live in Lower Paxton Township. And
Okay, isn't that okay?
I did
Go
some
ahead.
checking. It seems like across the country, this is happening in municipalities. Not all of them, some of them. And what they do is they use AI to eliminate the need to repetitively ask questions, or answer questions that many people have. For example, if you want to get, I need to find out how to get rid of my sofa through pen waste. Well, that's a big item. This is a question I'm sure they get a lot. The AI program could be put together so it would answer that question for you. All right. It also would give the township 24/7 service. I mean, they could call up at 2:00 in the morning when you can't sleep and you're pissed about something and check with it. And maybe AI can help you out. So that's what it's customer service. That's really
Yeah,
what
my
it's
head's going to
about.
explode. I want to say that this is a total waste of money. Okay, total waste. Tell them what the cost is.
Well, if they go with a 3-month trial, it's $6,000.
Okay,
If they go with an annual contract, they give it 20% discount, and your total, ding, 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 $19,200.
okay, now Eric Kessler just commented, said the supervisor's economic development plan is supposed to come out in June. Okay, and
Oh, really?
you can't
Okay.
wait to hear what has been worked on, planned, maybe.
Well, Michael Gosser talked about putting together a web page, like an
Okay,
information page.
he said that's working on that. That's in the works. So
Mhm.
this $19,000 for an AI customer service is a bunch of nonsense, and I think it's ridiculous.
Let me put this
You know,
picture up.
Yeah,
We need to hire a part-time person to go look for crap like this. Do you know how
Yeah.
the way this is done now, the only reason, and you did it today, Anthony, the only reason they'll go out and look at this stuff is if they get a complaint. They don't go out and look for problems. You have to get a complaint. Then you complained today and they started acting on it. So
well, to
yeah,
be
that's how it
fair,
works
they
now. That's
said
how it
that-
works now.
Well, Mike Gosser did say that Nick was aware of it,
Okay.
and so I'm not sure what.
But
But-
typically you have to complain.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm
You got to
saying.
complain. So $19,000, that money could be used in a lot of other places. Okay. So there's just so much more. I mean, it just blows my mind that they want to have who's
Hey.
calling the township at 2:00 in the morning, or why do we need to have 24-hour access for? Question.
Anthony, have you ever had a problem calling into the township?
No,
I've never had a
No.
problem.
No,
I mean, if
never.
someone watching tonight, if you've had customer service problems, let us know in the comments.
there's no problem. It just they're going to waste their time and money on this AI customer service. We don't need it. We don't need it. Put that money to something.
I think I got a $20 bill in my pocket, Anthony. Let's bet on how long they debate this tomorrow night. I'm going to say over 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm way over 15 minutes. They're going to debate this.
Well,
And
put a
then
number
you're
on
gonna
it. 20 minutes, 25 minutes. what do you think?
I'm saying they spend 18 minutes or more.
Okay, so we have
18 minutes
15.
or more.
Okay, we'll see who wins this bet.
I'm 18 and over.
18 over. Okay,
Okay.
I'm what did I say? 15 and under.
Yeah, you're 15 and under. And you have to sit through a couple word salads on that one.
That's in
No,
that.
seriously though, I think it's a total waste of money. I know Eric and Jeff and those guys are I don't know if they're still watching. Make sure you don't wake up.
What was that comment?
Jeff said, make sure you don't wake up Stuart. He's right. I mean, I want everyone to watch tomorrow night. They literally are falling asleep. How about last week or 2 weeks ago, Katie Scheib didn't know that public comment is recorded in the minutes with people's names and addresses.
Well, she's a rookie supervisor.
Oh, okay.
You gotta give her, it takes at least we'll give her the rest of the month to catch up.
So
on this
Eric's right, though. Eric Kessler said about the economic. So remember a few months ago What's the under-over odds? I'll take some.
I'm 15 and under. I'm 15 and under.
Eric's going back to his New York days. He's talking action, over/under. Hey, listen. They said a few months ago. When was it? February, March, or when was it? When
earlier in the year. I don't know the timing.
April. And Robin said, "Well, why can't we know now?"
Yeah.
And he said, "No, Campbell said we're gonna wait till June, July, and roll out our plan for the township." So,
and here's the issue, though, with that. I don't think Mr. Campbell is a economic development expert in any way, shape, or form. And we have people in the township who could help out.
Do you know what position John should have?
What?
And I heard that he's, I know his background. I know where he came from. He should be the finance guy.
Yeah.
That's his background.
Yeah.
He should be the finance guy. I mean, that's his gig, man. And, but whatever. So, we still don't know the plan. We spent 3 weeks. This will be the third week working on public comment resolution. I guess we're getting it handled tomorrow night. Now we're going to start on the new one, an AI customer service rep. I just think that once you start going down that road with AI, and so are we going to eliminate a position at the township?
Well, yeah, he's going to have to come in with a tremendous argument for why this is needed. Not just some sales pitch from a guy at a conference. That's what it's got to go beyond that.
Yeah, Ronald Snyder said the minutes should be approved the next meeting and not a month later.
Well, AI probably would help with that, Anthony.
Yeah, we don't need AI doing anything. This is why we elect people. We don't need AI doing anything. AI screws up more than the human, I bet, right?
Yeah.
I didn't elect AI. I voted for other people, but not the current ones, but they're elected.
Yeah. Well, the supervisors don't do the minutes. The staff does.
I know, but
okay, let's end up with the internet.
Ron Snyder wants to know if they have a demo.
They might. I don't know. They have information on the agenda in a PDF. You can read about it.
Can we take an unofficial poll?
Sure. What do you want to poll?
I want to know how many people are in favor of spending $19,000 a year for an AI customer service rep. And
not me. I'm not.
I'm not. And if you're for it, say I'm for it. If you're not, say hell no. Hell no to AI.
Yeah, and anyone who says that they don't want it, we'll include them in the outlaw public commenter group, even if they don't make comments. All right, we're going to end up with the internet blew up this morning around Linglestown and Central Dauphin School District when I published a report about the last 3 Central Dauphin School District school board meetings. There was a school board meeting and 2 committee meetings, and all the action happened at the finance committee. Where everyone's reacting to is that the proposed tax hike for next school year, which will kick in, they have to make a decision by the end of this month, June.
Yeah.
Is 2.3 to 2.5% tax hike.
Okay.
And it's largely to cover staffing and operational costs associated with the 4 new kindergarten centers. They have more special education kids and other district expansion needs while avoiding previously discussed cuts and maintaining a strong financial position. So that's why, I checked on the national inflation rate right now in April was 3.8%.
Right. So
this is under the inflation rate, even though I don't know what the inflation rate would be in central Pennsylvania, but this looks like it. So it looks like it's in line. It's hard to hold the line on anything.
So what were the comments on your post about? They were.
Oh, it was, no, we can't. We have enough tax hikes, and a lot of people complaining about people moving into the district and how public officials are going to pocket money from this thing.
How does that happen?
That's why we have audits. That's why, it's typical Facebook fare, basically.
Yeah.
A couple of people made very intelligent comments.
Yeah.
But people don't understand about this school growth. It talks about building. They're looking at adding 2 what they call technology centers at each one at Central Dauphin High School and another at Central Dauphin East.
Okay. And what are those?
So, well, it's gonna teach kids different programs that allow them to go from high school graduation into the work field.
Okay.
All right. I don't have all the specifics, but that's the whole idea. Right now, industrial arts is what they used to call it back in the 70s.
Yeah. Right.
Shops. Okay. The shops in these 2 schools are too small in the estimation of our officials or school board members. So they're going to build these 2 additions, one at each high school, and then that's going to open up 3-4 classrooms
Oh, okay.
in the current, and that'll give them a little breathing room. So, people are just, how if we build all these homes, like we have just in Lower Paxton Township alone, there's 1,000 homes proposed, months and months and months, maybe well over a year away before they even start construction.
Yeah. And you're talking about years till that's all.
Right.
done.
Well, people see this big tax windfall coming in from these new places. And it's well known, Anthony, that new construction and the taxes it generates isn't anywhere near enough to cover the cost of educating a few hundred new students. Right now, Central Dauphin is over $19,000 total cost per student per school year.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you what the cost is per student. So that's up
$19,000.
significantly. Yeah. Okay.
So how much, even if you have a $1 million home, I mean, that's going to generate maybe, I don't know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in taxes. We're looking at $19,000 a student.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't work out. Yeah, the other thing is, I guess, any other questions coming in on the school district stuff? You have any questions?
Joe Gilloway said, how do these people expect to have increased enrollment, staff increased, and increased tasks without increased taxes?
Right.
So,
Yeah, this year we have a bunch of teachers being hired just for kindergarten alone.
Jeff Clare said, and I ask this all the time, and Jeff's right. Why is there no relationship between the township and the school district? And I ask that question constantly.
You know what happens when you talk to school officials and then you talk to township officials? It's one of these things. They point at each other.
Yeah.
You're the problem. No, you're the problem. They have to work together.
Absolutely. And I constantly say that.
So that's one of the things we can add to the list instead of working on public comment. School municipal cooperation. I'll give you another one, Anthony.
Eric Kessler's right. Trade jobs are very important.
Trades,
HVAC, plumbing, construction.
Right.
That's something AI is never going to take.
The other thing,
never going to take a blue collar job.
The other thing they should be looking at, again, we're bigger than the city of Harrisburg in population. And right now, the way we have our township structured is for a tiny little township, which we were at one time.
Right.
So now it's worth at least a study to look at moving to a first-class township, which would divide the township up into different wards.
Right.
And the supervisors would then become commissioners, and there would probably be more than 5.
Yeah.
So it's at least worth a study, because just take a look at Hodges Heights. They don't have anyone representing them because people are probably congregated in this other areas of the township. But if you had a first-class township, there would be a ward down there in the southern part of the township. And they would have someone that would represent them, not the whole township. So that's something that should be looked at. The school and municipal cooperation needs to be looked at. And economic development, without a doubt, that should have been done. We had people in place to do it last year and they got voted out. So there's plenty of work to do. Let's move on, as you say, from public comment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is something that should have been one meeting. You talk about it, but no, they're going to drag it out 3. And where are we at with the stop work order that was put in over at the
that's another
wing
one
of the Colonial Park Mall? I mean,
the mall. You know what? If I were just playing armchair supervisor, if I was elected a supervisor and I was lucky enough to be the chairperson, my first move would be get on the phone to Massachusetts and find out how the township could work with the owner of that mall. How can we help you out? What can we do together and make this thing better? And Jeff Clare has said, who knows this stuff inside and out, says that the ordinance that we have now, or the zoning district that was created for the mall, needs to be rewritten because it's not practical.
Eric Kessler says no first class township, and he's happy to share horrors of first class. So,
that's why I say study, Eric. I mean, myself and others see value in it, and there's got to be value in it, but what are the upside and downsides of the whole thing? No, I don't know. I can't tell you.
Stop work order still in effect over there, Jeff says. So I think I might have said this at the last meeting, but who's out selling our township? Who's out marketing our township?
No one.
How many more smoke shops do we need in this township? You can't stop people from opening a business. I get that. But no one's out there selling our township and marketing it to really good retail, solid retail. Take a drive across the bridge and see what you run into. Great stores.
My friend Joe Gilloway can tell you that both of us, and certainly I have been on that since last year when we were doing podcasts. Oh, okay, we're back. We're about ready to wrap up the show, folks. The last thing I wanted to know, for those of you who are still with us, I plan to put out we need another chicken shop.
Yeah.
Another chicken place, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be getting, hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have a second newsletter out. And there's going to be outlined in that newsletter a plan to expand our coverage to all 7 municipalities in the school district. I already have covered the school district because I can get the information off of YouTube. Swatara Township is on YouTube, and other I think West Hanover's on YouTube. So all those right now are staged to be added to our news service already. But there's other municipalities. I should have a contest to see who, without checking AI and other sources, can name all 7 municipalities in our school district. There's other municipalities where we need help. And I know one of them is Middle Paxton Township. Yep. And I think they have a meeting tomorrow night. Nevertheless, there's going to be a plan. There's no more watchdogs. We don't need watchdogs. We don't need reporters. We don't need people putting a microphone in someone's face. We just need people to attend a meeting as a regular old citizen. You can be incognito. You can wear a hat like me, wear a mask. I don't care. We just need we need someone to show up and get a recording. That's all we need.
No hat like yours.
What at the last meeting, Kirby Lentz got on me for wearing shorts.
Listen, I'm with Kirby on that. Do you go to restaurants in shorts?
I go to Sheets in shorts.
Oh my gosh.
I don't go to restaurants in shorts.
I just get so pissed off when I'm sitting in Gabriella's and a grown man walks in wearing shorts to eat dinner. Or some kid sitting at the table with a baseball hat on.
Would a muscle shirt be all right?
No, absolutely not. Dress like an adult, pants, nice shirt. I just can't stand when I'm sitting at the restaurants and people come in like that.
Why don't they have a dress code at Gabriella's?
I'm sure there is you would think people would know. There's no dress code, but you think people would know. You shouldn't come in there with a ball cap while you're eating dinner. It's just common knowledge. I don't know. Do you wear a ball cap when you're eating your MTO at Sheets?
I have. Maybe it's not a fancy restaurant.
It's okay at the beach, Ron. I'm with you there. I'll give them that.
What's that?
When we're at the beach, if I'm going to like one of these crab places, I do wear the shorts. But if I'm going to a nice place at the beach, I put on pants.
All right. Well,
Ron,
I'll straighten myself out.
No thongs allowed. Ron, I got nice legs too. They're always tan. So
yeah, Kirby Lentz called my legs chicken legs.
Well, he's right about that. He's right about that. I can't argue with Kirby on this one. I'm with him there.
Well, before we shut down, Anthony, last update.
Yeah.
The 2016 Jeep Renegade with about 140 miles on it, still in the body shop.
140,000 miles.
Yeah.
So, oh, you still have your rental.
Still have the rental. I'm driving.
You went through 2 rentals already.
Yeah, but it wasn't my fault, man.
Oh man.
The one had a bulging tire, and they replaced it with a
Wonder if
Nissan Rogue.
Maybe Jeff Clare will loan you his new convertible for a
No,
couple
I don't.
weeks.
I don't
You're
want to have
such
to
a
be
safe
responsible
driver.
for that.
You're such a safe driver. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
If they kick me out of this rental, I could use your
Corvette.
what are you Corvette?
Yeah. Not a snowball's chance in hell you're driving my Corvette.
The first thing I would do, Anthony, is take it to the car wash.
Yeah, okay. Oh
Anthony,
my God. Well, we had fun tonight. This was a good show. A lot of participation. $300 a day he wants for that rental and that convertible. Jeff, you might want to, I'd go a little higher on that for him.
All right. Well, we'll see you
my
next
gosh.
week, everybody. Thanks for stopping
See ya.
by. Hopefully you
Watch the
enjoyed
township meeting tomorrow night.
it. Yeah. Good night.
See ya. See ya. Bye.